Hello. Today we are going to discuss question number 2 of what's holding you back. What is holding you back? Now, this is the question that you would ask yourself after you've already fully explored question number 1, which is what do you want? So question number 2, what's holding you back? Now, before we get into some things of what could be in our way, we do have to take ownership of we are the only ones that can do anything about this. We are the only ones that can fix it, if that's the right word for you. We're the ones that can address it. Now, we can get help from other people. We can get support for ourselves. I can help you. I mean, there's lots of things that we can do, but ultimately it does rest on each of our own shoulders to figure out and address what is holding us back. So some things that are kind of universal are fear of failure. And it's kind of funny because I can come up with a lot of things in my day-to-day life that fear of failure comes into play. These videos, for example, they're hard to do. Like if I lift my head up too far, and there's always interruptions like my dogs, but if I lift my head up too far, the lights that I have to have on so that my face show up in my glasses. There's just all kinds of things that could happen. Those are all survivable, obviously. I mean, no one dies because of that, but it is hard, and it's something that I had to work through. There's all kinds of fear of failure that comes up all throughout our day, and some of it is harder for others, and we can't really make light of any of it. Now, we can laugh at it afterwards because sometimes it is a little funny, things that we're afraid of, but ultimately it's something that we have to deal with. Fear of failure. There is the belief in a lot of areas that you want to fail faster. In other words, get out there, get it done, fail, learn how to fix it, learn how to not fail again, and get moving. You don't do it in a panic. You don't necessarily do it in a rush per se. I mean, you do it intentionally, but get out there and fail. Get out there and fail so that you can fix it and move on. Another thing is lack of confidence. And lack of confidence can be very, very real. I'd like you to think of potentially where in your life you're lacking confidence. If you're lacking confidence in one area, you might be lacking it in other areas, or you might not even realize that you're lacking confidence in a certain area of your life because lacking confidence isn't something that you're used to dealing with. Limiting thoughts. It's exactly what it sounds like. You have a thought that limits your actions, it limits your behavior, it limits your progression, it limits your movement. Often these are things that happened in your past, a while ago, and you have attached something to it. You've attached an emotion, a thought, a lack of action to it. And, it has to be addressed. It is, it's not something that you want to hold on to and not let go of, but you do want to address it. And that's hard for some people. It's very difficult for some people. Again, not making light of that, but it is something that needs to be done if you are asking yourself, what's holding me back in life? Why am I not getting where I want to get? And let's look at excuses. Excuses are one of those things that can be absolutely grounded in fact, absolutely grounded in real life. You're taking care of your parents. Your parents are getting older. Their health is failing. You're taking care of them. You have a special needs child, or maybe you have a sibling that has to live with you. You have children in college. So many things happen in real life that are real. They're real. They're events in your life. And you have to decide if it's an excuse. Finances is one of those excuses that really can be very interesting to look at with different people. Dave Ramsey says that, you do what's a priority to you. And it's, you might have money, but you don't have money for that because that's not a priority for you. And some funny examples are, we all know people who have these like super cool cars, right? Like really nice cars. They live in an illegal garage apartment, but they have their nice car. We have people who travel the world and they've experienced all these things in different cultures and stuff, but they haven't even come close to making a dent in their mortgage. Or people who are willing to work extra hours, extra shifts, so that somebody can, clean their house, cook for them, or work in their yard. It's priorities. So you just have to decide if these are excuses for you that are stopping you from, if they're holding you back, if they're stopping you from getting what you want. So some of these things, they might look kind of rinky-dink to some people, but they can be, really hold people back. They can really get in the way of forward momentum. And there's a couple things that people do. They think they're doing something, they think they're taking action, they think they're making headway towards their goals. And one of the first things they do is they just kind of want to test the waters. That's like, you know, you put your elbow in the water, or you put your big toe in the water, and you kind of see the temperature. Do you really want to get in and stuff? And this confuses the brain. This just confuses the brain. And over the next several videos, we are going to be talking about brain pathways and stuff like that, our brain pathways. Every time you change a thought or change your behavior, you're changing a brain pathway, and it's going to make it easier for the next time that you need to do something or make a decision. So you're just confusing the brain by like putting your toe in there and saying, oh, should I get in? Should I not get in? Am I going to get in? Am I not going to get in? It confuses the brain. Another thing that we do is wait and see. I'm just going to wait and see, because you know, like, you want to do it, you think you should do it, there's a reason why you should do it, but oh, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't do it. I don't really have enough information, you know, or whatever. I'm going to see how it works for the next person, you know, blah, blah, blah. And this means that oftentimes you just miss future opportunities. You just don't even see them. And you always wonder, man, that girl is so lucky. Look what she gets in life. Man, why does the sun always shine on her? Or why does everybody love her? Or, you know, why is she so successful? Why does she have all the money? Why does she, you know, yada, yada, yada. Well, it's because she's not waiting and seeing. She's going out there and she's doing it. She's probably failing. She's probably scared. She probably has some limiting beliefs. She probably has some excuses. She probably lacks some confidence in some areas, but she is doing it. And it's working sometimes for her. If not, more often than not, it's working for her. And so she is going where she wants in life. She knows what she wants, and she's going after it. So we have now discussed question 1, which is what do you want? And question 2 is what's holding you back? We will do question 3 in the next couple of days, and I might even throw a couple little surprise videos in here also. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.